Hey everyone, so I've been trying out a couple of these wireless LED lights. So you'll be seeing a couple more of these kind of videos coming out on my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you aren't already. But what I really like about this particular design is very modern. It has a sleek cylindrical design. It has very cool capabilities like motion sensing and also light detection, and it has this magnetic mount that is a little bit adjustable so that you can mount it at the angle that you need to. Out of the box, it's really simple. You just get the light itself, a cable which is micro USB to charge it up, mounting accessories like screws, some 3M stickies for adhesive, and then of course the instruction guide, which I think is pretty clear. Operation is super straightforward. So with the mounting bracket, which is removable magnetically, as you can see here, you have the option of either having 2 screws to have it permanently mounted, or if you're not about damaging your walls, you can use the 3M sticky, which is pretty good. But the problem I have with the mounting system is really that the magnetic part is only on one end of the lights, and you can see it's off center for whatever reason. I think they could have definitely exploited the magnetic feature and made it attachable throughout the entire length of the light. That would have been really awesome, but unfortunately it is skewed off to one side, so I do have my doubts on whether the 3M sticky will be able to hold up after a long period of time, but only time will tell for the demonstration of this video. Since this is not permanently mounted yet, I'm just using a few tape at the ends just to hold it up for now. In the product listing, which I'll also put the link to it in the description, they did say that it was magnetically strong enough to basically be mounted on the side of a refrigerator. I don't know if it's just my refrigerator, but it sure as heck didn't work out with mine. But I would assume that most people would buy this to either put it in your closet which doesn't have light already, or put it underneath the cabinet or something like that. And in those particular situations, on the side here there is a switch for off, on, and auto. The on is very straightforward, it's just always on. Off is always off. The auto portion is where it would detect light and motion sensing to decide if it's appropriate to actually turn it on or not. And as you can see, the sensor is actually right here in the middle, this bulging point right here, and it's very good. I think it is able to detect an appropriate range, so it won't turn on if you're too far away, and then when it turns on, it'll stay on for a couple seconds even if there's no motion, just in case you just need a little bit more lighting for a longer period of time, so it's not constantly shutting off and turning back on. It would also help save and preserve the battery. And speaking of battery life, this, even though it's a rechargeable, which you would assume of course would eventually die out, so you have to charge it, it actually stays charged for a good period of time, and I'm talking months. And of course the duration would depend on how much you use it, turning it on and off. And because of the magnetic mount, it makes it very easy to remove it from its secure location, charge it, and then just put it right back on. At first I thought that the position of the switch was a little bit difficult to access. It's very flush with the actual lighting unit. But then I realized that most people are probably not going to be switching this thing off the auto portion anyway, just because it's so efficient in its motion sensing. So that's really not a problem anymore in my opinion. So it just comes down to price. It's around $20 currently on Amazon. I think because of this modern design, and if you really need it in a certain location, I think this is really nice. It's not an eyesore like some other lighting systems out there. So if you guys are interested, I'll have the link in the description as usual.